I think I'm live. Oh, it says I'm live. Let's see what's going to happen today. So I'm pulling out some lippy stick. And I am going to make an appointment this week. If I can get in, we'll see. Hopefully this week. And we're going to get this done. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get done, but I'm going to get the hair done. But yeah, going to get that done. It has been, oh my God, I'm still working, but we'll catch you later. Mwah! Big kiss. Big kiss. It's been a crazy week, and it's only Monday. Sometimes it feels like my week is like everything just jams into one. Um, so it's quite crazy. I just finished dinner. It was early dinner. Usually have a nice, anyways, it was dinner, and I think I still have coffee. It's Starbucks coffee. Um, what has happened this? Let's look at the astrology. The astrology is really telling of a lot of the energies that are going on right now and what's happening, especially with that Mercury trine Saturn. It's just all legacy and stuff like that. I'm driving to Cochrane to get your China cabinet. Woohoo! China cabinet. Woohoo! Way to go, girl. Yeah. Well, if my thumbnail will tell you what happened. We finally got our vehicle today, and it everything finally came together. I could not believe the rigmarole of everything. The insurance, having to fill out application forms, might have to wait 2 weeks, 10 days, all this. It was just unreal. And had to go through some broker, even after I've been with TD for a long time, right? And TD Insurance. And it was where there's some kind of form for Alberta or something you had to fill out. But I was being asked about, oh, well, what about your drive when you got your license in BC? And I'm like, okay, I was like 16 or 18, I think, when I got that. And I'm just like, holy shit, like, well, can we bring up your driver's abstract from BC? I'm like, no. Like, what the hell? No. No. Why is this taking so long? You mean a person can't buy a vehicle and just get insurance? And it's like sometimes I wonder how certain people are able to get their insurance and other people have a difficult time. Now I don't know if it's because I had the accident and then you know and everything from there, but then after that accident I basically had Louise, and I got insurance, no problem with her, and she was a 2002 Nissan Xterra. And I only canceled her in May. So June, July. So only 2 months ago, I canceled that insurance because she was no longer living. And she had to be put to a resting place. So, now I have this one, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It drives wonderfully. Um and it's very spacious, which I love. It has lots of room. So I'm very blessed with it. I'm very blessed. Rest in peace, Louise. I'm thinking of naming this new one Delia. I don't know why the name Dahlia came up, but I think Dahlia. It's like she's, she just has some kind of, you know, I don't know. She just has some finesse to her. Not that she's some kind of ripped sporty car or anything like that, but you know, that's just the name that came to me. So we'll see. Because she's definitely not a Louise. Louise was my shit brick house vehicle that would never die, but finally died because, it had to die. So, anyways, that's fine. Today, when I looked at the astrology and it's it was getting serious about the future. That's what this energy was. With that Mercury trine Saturn is asking to move beyond ideas and start giving structure. And then Mercury's in Leo. And what does your heart actually want? Saturn in Aries is like, okay, what are you willing to commit to and build and become? And that's the whole thing. It's like, what are you wanting to commit to? And with the moon moving through Scorpio, this isn't surface level thinking. Scorpio wants the truth underneath the story, right? And it's that buildup, it's that energy. And what do you want your legacy to be? I mean, this is where getting down and getting serious of the hell do you want? And getting down and getting serious was really, for me, was like, no, this is it. We're going to get this and we're getting it today. I'm not waiting 2 freaking weeks. I'm not waiting 10 days. This is all going to be done. And for me, St. Jude, I love doing novenas to St. Jude. He's a patron saint of hopeless cases. He is a very strong patron. And doing prayers to him and asking for his intercession was huge. So I did that with a novena, and starting a novena and working with that energy, and then also working with Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is the archangel that leads the way, that opens the way, and he's kind of like the hermit card, where he has the lantern and he'll guide you through the obstacles that need to be guided through. The next thing I did was the Black Dahlia. Ooh. The next thing was I saged, because I felt like I'm just like, I I don't I'm the type of person is like, I don't like to really discuss certain things that are going on especially when it comes to, if something's coming for us and stuff like that. And I get a lot of people, "Oh, are you getting your payout? You getting your pay?" It's like, I don't really want to tell you. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to discuss it with anybody. Um, because I feel like it's like I automatically I feel threatened when things like that happen. And I felt like there was a lot of, I don't know, people either angry at me, or they were throwing daggers at me because either, I don't know, I wasn't open enough, or I wasn't telling, or I don't know what it was. But anyways, I just released all the hooks. I lit my sage and my and it was like billows of smoke, and I was doing the prayers and everything, and as I'm doing it, it was just billowing, 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 billowing. And I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of shit in here that needs to go. Especially when it just starts to do that, because usually I can light the sage and it's fine, and it's not bad smoke or anything like that. But that was a whole, yeah, that was interesting. And then it subsided, because it was like, release all the hooks or bindings that are upon me and return to sender. I didn't return them to light. I returned them to sender. Whoever sent them can take them back and deal with them. That's what I do. I don't love and light. I don't know. I would rather my Scorpio came out and I returned it to sender. So returning it to sender is like, if you are wanting to cause harm or anything upon me, not that I want harm upon you or anybody. It's just, I want you to learn to deal with your shit. Deal with it. Deal with whatever is going on in and it could be sometimes because we don't even notice it, right? And it's like, we really have that's why we really have to watch your thoughts. Your thoughts become things. If you're not watching your thoughts, you're not watching what you're projecting out there, right? It's amazing how very judgy we can get, and very judgmental we can be. And so it's very important for us to not project that. It's really important for us to understand that, okay, you might be going through a hard time and you're seeing someone else maybe getting a glimpse of light. Is that if you praise them, if you send them that light, if you send them that love, that's going to come back, right? That's going to come back to you. And that's what you have to look at. And it's sometimes it's very hard because you might be going through some stressor points, or you might be going through something, or you figure a certain person owes you some explanation or something, but they haven't given it to you, and you get very angry. And it's a very natural human thing to do, right? And in that anger, you have to also take responsibility for that anger. I know for myself I do. I mean, in taking, responsibility for things I've said or done or haven't said or haven't done, I have to take responsibility for that. And sometimes, I'm a Scorpio. I speak with my mouth. That's my stinger. And so in understanding that, then if there are blocks, if there are things that are going on, I have to take that step back and look at, okay, what is it here that I need to learn? What do I need to give up to the Holy Spirit and understand things a lot deeper and in more depth? And in doing that, not going around and doing the blame game. The blame game doesn't help anybody. I mean, we're very good at the blame game. It's also, I mean, when people point things out to me and say, "Hey, Mary, that wasn't very good," except for when Steve does it, it's totally different, right? So when my husband does it, it's like a totally different level of what the hell did you just say? What do you say? Anybody else, it's fine. Just an FYI. But it's understanding, that contents of what you're going through and understanding. And with the astrology and bringing the astrology in, right? This is looking at, definitely get serious about your future, right? This energy is Mercury's trining Saturn, and it's asking us to move beyond ideas and start giving those ideas structure. Mercury and Leo, what does your heart actually want, right? This is going back to like 2014, 2010. What were the structures, what were the things going on in that during that time? 2002, that's the energy. And I had to sit there and I had to really look at what it was. And when I looked at what it was it was like, okay, there was bounty that came in. How did I deal with that bounty? What am I going to deal How am I going to deal with the bounty now? How am I going to create this in a way that is going to be a positiveness for me as I move forward? Things like that, taking that response, doing letters from Mama G. What I earned from this market was enough for me to get a guillotine and a laminator. That's where and it's just like taking that money, taking what came in and saying, this is what I'm going to spend it. I didn't afford to get a new printer, but for some reason I had a fight with the printer on Saturday night, and now the printer is working quite nicely. Um, Reprogramming and stuff. That's the whole thing. It's taking that responsibility. Shit has happened in everybody's past life. But if you're continually hanging on to past life fucking issues, and I'm serious about this, if you right now with this energy, if you're hanging on to past life fucking issues of, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, oh, what about this and what about that, and ooh, and scared and fear, I'm gonna say, get the fuck over it. Right? Get the fuck over it, because it needs, this is where this energy is coming in, where you look at it and saying, okay, I'm going to rebuild something new and different, and I'm going to ask for the help and the guidance from the guardian angels, or your whoever you pray to. I don't give a fuck who you pray to, except if you pray to the devil, then you can just go fuck off. But praying for a higher source and praying to that higher source and allowing for that higher source to come in and guide you, right? That's what's so important. And in getting what in doing what I'm doing, it's allowing for that to bring in that abundance, right? And the thing is that, oh, you paper cutter? No, I bought a guillotine. It's called a guillotine. That's what I bought. It's not just a paper cutter, it's a guillotine. It came with gloves. That's what I bought. Um, there's a little paper cutter on top of my laminator, which is really cool. That that's very cool, and it has another few little gadgets that came with it as well. But that's the whole thing, is looking at the things that you want to do and grow and prosper with. That is so important right now, and moving forward with that energy, because boy, judgment is there. Judgment is there. That's for sure. Now, a few things. I'm going to toot my own horn. I did tell you guys that there were going to be earthquakes this month. Yeah. I did tell you there was something to do with some crazy water situation. I'm sending out blessings and prayers to Hawaii and the hurricane and the snow that has fallen there, and all the hailstorms that have happened throughout the United States and elsewhere. So have fun in the shower, Steve. Um, that there is a lot of things that are happening there. There's still something that that's going to be revealed, something I feel with leaders, and that I know there's a whole controversy. I guess Trump's having an affair. Right, good on him. He's 80 years old, so those blue pills must be working for him. I don't know. I actually don't think his wife gives a two shits, right? Because whatever happens, I mean, she's set up. Like I don't think they're getting down and getting nasty anymore. But she's still the first lady, and he's not going to be the first man who doesn't have an affair in the White House. So whatever, you know. Let people believe or do whatever they want. But there's something there that's going to be coming out. I don't know, but so there's some craziness that's coming forward. Things that are coming forward. The other part too is, as I said, there's more deaths, and that young girl who just OD'd, and she came out and she was talking about things that happened in her life 18 years ago. And it's one of those, the thing is that if you're not still in it, or if you don't have a proper handler in Hollywood, or you don't have enough stamina in Hollywood to move away from their bullshit or move away from it, they'll get you. They'll get you, right? Or they will make it where you don't move forward again. So this is where you're going to find more, unfortunately, those who are coming in and speaking out. And sometimes when you're young and impressionable, like I'm going to say anybody, I don't know, I'm going to go from up to age 35. Let's go up to there. And being impressionable. And someone's coming to you, and you've been really wanting to become an actress or an actor or singer. And I know many of you who follow me and that will say, "Oh, I would never do that. Oh, I would never." No, just stop. All right. Nobody's perfect, and the thing is that sometimes we will say yes to things that we think are really fabulous things to say yes to, and forget what the strings are, right? And figure and wonder what the strings are. And that's the whole thing. Is like, we are all human on this road, and there are some real horrible people. The one thing I will say is that you'll have to keep your strength. You'll be tested every single day upon this journey, especially if you are really wanting to work in the light. You will be tested in many different ways. Sometimes you'll fall. Sometimes, you will trudge ahead and go ahead. But that's the whole thing. It's like, when you fall and you know that you fall, when you take, again, we're going back to taking that responsibility. and taking that responsibility for that fall and like, holy shit, what did I do? What can I do? How can I amend for what it is that I've done? And I think that's very important, you know, um, in doing that. Even some of them are not good. Yes. And I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am laughing. Sorry. I don't know what that one is. Let me see. What did I miss? And yes, and send it back. Hey, Karen, you deserve it. Thank you. Can you pull some cards? I'm doing it right now. Paper cutter, my guillotine. Brothers are great printers. They are a workhorse. Yeah, brothers, it's not a bad printer. It is a good printer. I think as I go forward for some of the things that I do want to do, we'll see how it's done. We have a lot of stuff that is already that. I mean, for the letters for Mama G, I have a lot of stuff printed out, ready to go. Got to do some more printouts. This one here, there is this one, and then that's the QR code underneath here. I'm not going to show it to anybody because it's only for the people who sign up. So you'll get the music from little Owen's playlist. So you'll get that. And then of course my Ace of Pentacles and a few other things. And I'll be cutting out the stickers later. So I think I'm going a little bit crazy on the stickers to tell you the truth, because they're a lot of fun, but they're not a lot of fun to cut out. So with the energies today, what is it that's, yeah, these always want to come out. So let's see. Woo, the bottom card is the Tempress. So you got the Tempress in the bottom. Oh, Tempress, where are you? She's not showing up. Anyways, the Tempress card's at the bottom. So it's all about balancing, bringing in that balance. What is it? What is that balance that you are wanting to bring in, right? And what does that look like? And with that, it's like, ooh, 3 of Cups, but she's reversed. So it's like, if you're just wanting to play, you got to bring in the balance, right? If everything is about just what I just get the word tampering. If we're just like tampering with this and tampering with that, and not fully engaging, right? So we're just doing a little bit here and a little bit there, and not really fully engaging with what it is that we are really wanting to create. If we're just sort of, it's like having a vision. Oh, this is what I want to do, but not doing anything about it. That's the 3 of Cups reversed. It's like you're not really allowing yourself to move forward in any particular way. You're just allowing yourself to sort of sit there. And with that, you got to let go of the devil. The devil's coming in. The devil, here it comes. So, with the 3 of Cups reversed, right? Oh, and then we get the devil reversed. This is like, I just feel like this is like, it's an interesting combination. And I think because the 3 of Cups is also about social circles and friendships and groups, and I don't really belong here anymore. And the devil is like, this is release, seeing the unhealthy attachments for what it is and beginning to loosen its hold. So you're not necessarily completely free of it, but you are no longer willing to pretend it has its power over you. So if you've been fiddling around with a whole bunch of stuff, right? And you see these different groups, you've been over here, yeah, this is fun, yeah, woo, and over here, yeah, woo, let me do this. But you're finding that they're not sustaining me anymore. They're not doing anything anymore. Yet the devil's coming in. He says, yeah, we will, you're being released. You're being able to see the full truth of these groups, and knowing that they are not your alignment. They are not the energy you want to bring forward for yourself, right? You want to go, and it's like, as the astrology is saying, You want to start taking responsibility for your life. You want to start bringing in something that is more worthy to who you are, right? And what is that worthiness, to who you are, right? And that's the whole thing. This is totally bringing in Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Three and three. Three and three. That's pretty. That's the Trinity. That's divinity. So bringing in that divinity into what you are doing. The Three of Cups upright. The Three of Pentacles, I mean, upright, is really bringing in some kind of force for you. It's bringing in a way of looking at things and rebuilding something in a healthier way and being recognized for it. So when you are starting to create something, whatever it is, whether it's a business, it's a partnership or a new relationship or a job, you're seeing the unhealthiness that's going on. You are starting to step away. And the Three of Pentacles comes in and says, hey, you know what? This is where we're going. This is what we are going to do. This is how we're going to rebuild it. We're going to redo this in a healthy way. This is foundational work. Three of Cups and three of Pentacles is foundational work. It is the Muggle world. You have to have a foundation in the Muggle world. If you don't have a foundation in the Muggle world, I don't care how fucking spiritual you are, right? Because you're like, woo, life is great, and I am, whoa, look at me. I wear all white and yoga pants, and I drink green drinks, and I'm a vegan. I must be spiritual. Fuck off. No, you're not. You gotta have a foundation. And these two dudes are showing you that you're seeing that your foundation of your green juice and your veganness or whatever it is ain't working. Right? It just ain't working. This is bringing in truth. This is bringing in understanding. And when you bring in that understanding, you bring in that truth. This is where that Saturn energy says, let's make it good. Let's organize it. Let's create it. Let's bring in something that's positive. And stop projecting your bullshit on other people. That's what I just said. Stop projecting that bullshit. Because that's what we like to do. It's just like, ooh, let's boom, 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 boom out there. Right? And that's not what we're supposed to be doing right now. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be with that Mercury trining that Saturn. This is about your legacy, what you are wanting to create and what you are wanting to do. Okay? And this is where your personal growth. This is for personal growth. This is excellence. Doing the work and seeing yourself becoming less controlled by old patterns and old situations. Build the life that makes the old chains unnecessary. If you are still in a status of worrying about who, I don't know, if you're still worried about, I don't know, something somebody said when you were 16, 20, 30, I don't know, then you got an issue right there. If you're still worried about, and you are totally in a different trajectory, totally in a different line, you're not even there anymore, right? Then you're stuck. Then you're gonna have you're gonna have a hard time with this energy. Because this energy is all about responsibility. This energy is all about moving forward in a new direction and doing some of the work. Right? Not some of the work, doing the work. That means, okay, if I want to have a good relationship, what do I need to do to have a good relationship, right? What are the things that, well, maybe be respectful to the person, maybe love them back, right? I'm a Scorpio, I need watering. My husband's a Scorpio, he's having a shower, he's getting watered right now. But it's like, How are you talking to them? How are you caring for them? Right? That's the whole thing. If you're not caring for them, or if you're being a dick and they're being a dick, and you guys are both dicks together, unless you like the dicks together, then that's fine. But if you don't want two dicks together, then get the hell out of the relationship. Start allowing the person to be released and you to be released as well. And with that, move forward. 5 of Cups. Woo! Move forward. There are beautiful opportunities out there that you have not discovered. You just haven't turned around to see them, to know that the divine, the Lord and the Lady are there. Offer it up to the mother and the father. Offer it up to them and ask them for their guidance and their intercession in all that you say and all you be and all you do as you're walking along this pathway. The road's not going to be easy. I'm just warning you guys out as we're coming in to this second partial lunar eclipse that's going to be happening in Virgo. It's not an easy road that we are heading into for for this next little bit. It's one that is going to test you in many ways. It's going to test you spiritually, it's going to test you mentally, physically. This is where it's like, okay, what is my foundation? How am I creating my foundation? Who's my community and where's my community? How am I connecting with others? And that's the important part. As I always say, are you doing your prayers and meditation? Do you have a prayer journal? Those are important things. Those are important things because getting what's in here out. And I know, I know my little Geminis and my little air signs out there. They're like, but I just thought it out and I breathed it out. And I'm like, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. You got to be able to write it out, to let it go. Write it out, because taking it from here and writing it out is so, so important. Laughing, the little double Gemini there. And that's so, so important, right? You got to, because otherwise you're going to be like little sappy Susie, right? That's sap. I'm calling this card Sappy Susie now. Sappy Susie's not looking. She's just all sappy. She's not turning around. So Sappy Susie has to turn around and see the bountifuls and the things that are around her, so that she, can embrace, the beauty, embrace the things that you want to do. So if you're feeling tired, well, what can we do to untire you, right? Maybe there's something that needs to be done. Maybe I need to take different vitamins. Maybe I need to look at my fucking hormones and see what's going on with them, right? Because sometimes it's a good thing to take a look at that, right? And I know a lot of like, well, I'm not going to go see a doctor. I'm not going to do that. Well, then stay little sappy Susie then. But what I'm saying is that sometimes these things, to know what your balances are, and maybe there are things that need to be added or taken out or whatever into your diet and into your world to make a change, right? And not be the little sappy Sally, and be be the one who wants to embrace and enjoy the beauty and the bounty and the abundance that there is for us to have. I know the world's going to feel like it's going to hell in a handbasket. I know there's warnings right now especially because of all the horrific fires, droughts, and everything that have been going on. But this is where we know that when we band together, when we come together and create the bounty in our lives, some beautiful things can happen, right? And stepping into that beauty and the abundance. So, take it in stride. Um, anyone out there who does canning or anything else like that, I would actually say, you know what? The thing is that we live in the Western world. So we're not going to run out of food. It's just going to be becoming more expensive. So we're blessed. So thank the blessings. for that. And then I would say for anybody, if they can start stocking up on things, start stocking up again. Here we go again. It's kind of crazy. But this is all for personal growth. This is building the life that makes the old chains unnecessary, and that's what we're doing. We're breaking free from what has been controlling or limiting us, because that's what the devil reverse does. It sets us free. It sets us free. And saying, screw you. I know what I know, and I know my truth, and I'm stepping into that truth. So sending you guys out so much love. If you are wanting to get letters from Mama G, and if you are wanting or you're interested in getting, I didn't put it in the link below, but if you're wanting, you can get a hold of me. You can DM me and I can send you the link. Or I'm placing the link up here in the chat and you can cut and paste it. And you can join me for the letters from Mama G. And definitely, it's $12 a month. It's a way of reconnecting. It's a way of breathing and getting us to get back to our breath and bringing in some simplicity in a world that's just getting a little bit cray-cray. All right. God bless, and the goddess bless. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all you say and all you be and all you do. Have a great one, everybody. And we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.